YouTube channel. Again, folks, my name's Amy Peterson. I am one of the core leaders for EE Legacies, and I'm so excited to have you guys on here for our round table today. And, you know, honestly, our round tables are extremely important. You get that added training outside of our regular trainings, outside of corporate trainings, and you get a lot of more open forums, okay? So today we're going to go ahead and discuss something that was actually sent to me by Founder 2000 and One Star Platinum James Brown Jr. this morning, and it really, really hit home, and it was definitely something that we all go through, okay? And what you need to understand is, and I'll even turn my camera on today because I actually had an open casting call, so I actually look normal. There we go. Our emotions actually define our success. What do we mean by that? And, you know, where can we fix things so that our emotions don't overtake what we've already, you know, been working on? So first of all, the thing you need to understand is there's something called the emotional cycles of change, okay? And it looks kind of like this wonderful dip, all right? And the cycles of change with our emotions, they go in between optimism and pessimism, all right? Now, what we don't understand is that everybody goes through this, okay? We think we're the only ones who go through it when in actuality, everybody goes through it. Founder David McCovey goes through it. Ron Archer goes through it. You know, Coach Max goes through it. David Lisiaga goes through it, okay? All of us go through this, all right? We have emotional cycles of change. Now, those different cycles, there's 5 of them, okay? We have the uninformed optimism, the informed pessimism, the valley of despair, then informed optimism, and success and fulfillment, okay? Now, depending on what's going on in our lives, this right here can actually change, okay? And sadly, 99% of people actually don't make it to number 4 because they have this horrible cycle of going through 1, 2, and 3, then back to 1, then 2, and 3, then back to 1 and 2 and 3. That's why we see people jumping in and out of businesses and starting something new. Like it's a shiny thing, okay? And that's the uninformed optimism, all right? Whether it be wholesale, whether it be you know, that crazy wrap thing, whether it be fat burners, whether it be Forex, whether it be travel, whether it be, you know, whatever it might be, eyelashes, nail polish, whatever, okay? Those people are sitting there and they're like, oh, look, shiny, I can do this. I can make a lot of money in this. I can absolutely go on lives and I can sell all this jewelry for $5 a piece. Or I can go on there and I can make thousands of dollars. I can make my millions, right? And they're hugely optimistic. They are massively, massively, massively excited, all right? They have no idea what they're jumping into. And then they get into informed pessimism when they sit there, and this is round table, guys, so I might say something that might be offensive, but and I'm going to try my best to keep the potty out of my mouth on this one. But informed pessimism is, oh crap, what the hell did I just jump into? This is so much information. I don't know where to go. My upline isn't helping me, even though they've been on the phone with me all day. What the heck am I doing? Why am I doing this? I don't know. Like, WTF, dude? Like, what's going on here? That's informed pessimism, okay? Pessimism, of course, is more negative, all right? But there's like this huge amount of information that is now getting thrown into this person's human mind, and they're like, oh my God, all right? Then they fall into the valley of despair. Now, you see where that's at? That's kind of like way down in that pessimism, right? And that's when we hear the words, I quit. I cannot freaking do this. Hell with this. I'm done. I quit. But guess what? That valley of despair, all right, with one thing, can actually lead up to that number 1 again. How many times do you see people in your business, okay? Or, you know, you have that business partner and they're doing great. But then all of a sudden you start seeing them posting pictures of nail polish on their wall. They're like, oh my God, guys, I'm with Keller Street now. And no offense to any other companies, okay? And it's like, oh my God, guys, I'm in Keller Street now. And I want to share with you these awesome, awesome little things that you just put on your nails. You don't never have to go to a nail salon ever again. Ding, 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 ding. They've not only entered into the valley of despair with one business where they're sitting there and they're like, I quit, I'm done, I can't do this anymore. But they have like found that squirrel moment, that shiny object moment, and went all the way back up to number one with uninformed optimism with a whole different business. Okay. And then what happens? They don't get all these signups like they really wanted to. They don't get all these customers. They have a quota to meet for sales, and they get into informed pessimism. Why isn't anybody buying from me? What am I doing wrong? I watch Eric Worre. I watch Tony Robbins. I watch all this stuff. I listen to Amy, and she keeps telling me, just keep going, keep going, keep going. And that's because I see people get into that valley of despair. I see people get into that informed pessimism, okay? And it's kind of like if you are an athlete, all right, or if you've ever gone to the gym and worked out, or if you've ever been injured and had to go into rehabilitational therapy, okay, where it's like physical therapy or something, it hurts. It hurts. But you know that the original problems that you had with your knee, you now have been given a bionic knee, but you have to learn how to use it. And you just had like an entire joint taken out of your body. It doesn't feel good. So it's going to hurt. And you're going to go through that valley of despair where you sit there and you're just like, oh my God, it really hurts. I can't ever walk again. Yes, you will. Get the heck up. Get up. And that's when you hit the informed optimism. Oh, damn, I lived through that. What? And that's something that's huge, okay? I cannot tell you guys enough. If you would get past the first three, okay? Of course, you know, when we join, we're in the uninformed optimism. Oh my God, it's going to be great. And then we go into the informed pessimism. Holy crap, that's a lot. And then we go into the valley of despair and we're just like, oh my God, I'm out. I can't do this anymore. I've got headaches. My life is just, it sucks. I can't do this. You can get past that and not look at the next shiny thing and just stay focused, okay? You will go up. It's almost like a runner's high. You will go up into what's called informed optimism. You're back in that positive range, all right? Where now it's like, okay. Remember we had informed pessimism. Now we have informed optimism. So we have a down and an up. You got to get through the valley of despair to get to the up again, okay? For everybody in Forex, you guys know it's got to go down before it goes back up, all right? But we get paid either way. Anyway, informed optimism. That means, okay, I now know what I'm doing. I have a path. I have a plan. I've set my goals. I've been working with my coach on those goals. And I know it's not going to be easy because as you can see, from 4 to 5, that's an uphill climb, right? That is a straight out uphill climb. But when you have your coach there, all right, when you have your mentors, when you have your leadership, when you have your accountability partners, what ends up happening? You have lifelines where even if you start slipping, we're going to keep pulling you back up. But when you get down into that valley of despair, guys, we can only do so much. You have to 1000% pull yourself out of it. You guys have heard me talk about the pity pool, right? Number 2 and number 3 are in that pity pool. Okay. Oh, woe is me. Wah, wah, wah. And yes, I know life is hard. Trust me, guys, I get it. I get it. And sometimes, yes, you might have to step back and then come back in. Not a problem. But don't stay down. Get back up. Go from that pessimism to that optimism. Don't be part of the 99% rolling at 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, because 99% of people in everything they do, guess where they go back to? They go from 3 to 1, 2, and then back to 3, and then 1, 2, and then back to 3. And you know, the crazy part for me is when you're in that area where you want to sit there and say you quit, you have no problem climbing that flippin' slide back to uninformed optimism just so you can roll back down to valley of despair. Why not change it the other way and go into informed optimism leading to success and fulfillment? These are the emotional cycles of change. Everybody has them. Everybody has them. We all fall from, you can fall from number 5 to number 3 again, okay? It's always uphill. As you can see, that 5 doesn't plateau anywhere. It keeps going up, right? Because we're constantly working. But I know for me as a success coach, when I sit there and I'm working with somebody and I watch them and they just keep sitting at number 3, there's only so much we can do. This is on us. This is absolutely on us. And the way to get out of that valley of despair is work your way through it. Think about what kind of mindset changes you have to make to get through. So now we are going to actually have an open forum. What I would like you guys to do is actually participate in this, okay? And we're going to start out with the first question, which is how to get past the valley of despair. How to get past that, oh my God, I quit moment. How would you get past it? And if nobody participates, I will absolutely and positively randomly pick somebody out. So, first person in the chat, just go ahead and say, I want to answer. Or me. Who's up for it? Come on, come on, come on, come on. Don't be scared. Danny, I saw you LOL. You might be called out. Oh, Annie, perfect. All right, Annie, I'm gonna go ahead and unmute you so that you can share. Oh, there you go. You unmuted. Perfect. Hi, Annie.
Great. Nice to meet you guys finally. Hello. Happy Wednesday, family. Hope everybody's doing well.
Yes, ma'am.
So we're talking about the Valley of Despair.
Yes.
Well, for me, I had several breakthroughs today, several different thoughts that never came up. So I live alone here in Chicago in my parents' house. And I noticed that after my parents have died, it's been a rough past couple of weeks. Today made it 7 years ago, my dad passed away. And last Tuesday made it a year ago, my mom passed away. And my valley of despair has been being in this house, being alone, and thinking of all kinds of old memories. And for me to break through from that, I came up with my why, which has really made me cry, to finally let go of being in this house and moving someplace else and starting new.
Oh, wow.
For me, that was really huge.
You know what? That is a huge move, huge move, because that's a lot of emotional ties for you.
It is, but I realize I'm all alone here, and a house is just a house by itself. It's true you live in it, but a home is where you have family and people in it. So
Love that.
think if I can do that, I can build a home anywhere. So
you know what? That is an absolutely amazing breakthrough. And that is just so correct on so many different levels. I love that. I absolutely love that. And, you know, sometimes it takes great pain and great loss to find our breakthrough.
it's true.
So after you decide to move, Have you started working with your leaders on a goal list?
Not yet, because I just had that breakthrough not too long ago.
Okay. One step at a time. I get that. I get that. That's perfect.
It just happened a little while ago. It didn't happen like weeks and weeks ago. It just happened.
No, that's great though. That is great.
Yeah.
I'm very, very proud of you, Annie. Very proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Because that does
Very
that.
hard to do, and it's very hard to look at, and it's very hard to admit.
Yeah. Yep. I'm sure your parents would be extremely proud of you too.
Yes, they are, because I realize this is their house, and it's up to me to have my own house. So.
Yep. Exactly. Exactly. Well, Annie, thank you so much for sharing that. I absolutely love that part. I love hearing that. Because that takes a lot of strength. A lot of strength.
Yes, thank you. And I feel like I'm stronger too. So yeah, feel much better.
Feel some weight off those shoulders?
A ton.
Yes. Yes. And you know, it's amazing because you know what? We don't realize how much weight we're carrying on ourselves until that weight comes off.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for sharing that, Annie. We're proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm glad to share.
All right. All right, Alicia, we're going to go over to you.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, I did it. Hot dog. um, you know me better than anybody around here, Amy, and you know that I have done the 1 to 3, 1 to 3, 1 to 3 over and over and over again. The informed optimism is where I am now. I am getting my information. I'm plugging in. I'm doing all the things I need to do to get the information that I need to be the informed optimist. I'm trying very hard to make sure that the things that I do are very deliberate, because I've been doing this since 2017,
Mm-hmm.
and I've been struggling. Neither here nor there, and all. I could blame a million things and a million people, but it's all on me. Every last bit of it's on me. I didn't do the things that I needed to do. I've owned a business. I've run a business. I know how hard it is. I know what I've got to do. I've never had the guidance that I get from you. I've never had the things. I just kind of went and did it myself. And when I think back, how stupid was I? You know, I didn't have any anybody to help me, and so I did what I thought was best, and sometimes that's not always a good thing to do. I'm very careful now about what I'm going to do. The 1 to 3 for me is over. I'm going to, no matter how hard it gets, I'm buckling down, strapping my seatbelt, pulling my boots up, and I'm going to do this time. I think all the medical issues are over, I hope. So I am ready to do this wholeheartedly, full throttle. And it's going to take some guidance, I know, and I've got to be open-minded and acceptance, even if it's not what I want to hear.
Absolutely.
So I'm ready, boss. Whenever you're ready to go, I'm ready. I'm already doing stuff. So I'm all excited. I know this is something that I'm going to be really good at, because as you can see, I'm a talker. But yes, I'm ready now. And the 1 to 3, I did it too many times. I'm going to step 4 with the informed optimism.
Awesome. Awesome. So, and you know what? That's great on the second part, which is how to break the cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for those who don't know your story, Alicia, do you mind telling them exactly what you just went through?
Which well, I just had my neck reconstructed. I've been through a few emotional things as well. I did stint in a mental hospital. I had to get my psyche straightened. And once now that I've got that going smoothly, I really the next thing was terrifying. Going in, I didn't know if I was ever going to walk again. the doctors let me know that there was a large chance that I wouldn't. Ha! I pulled them all. I walked out of that hospital instead of being wheelchair. I got my neck brace off for the first time today. All I've got to do is wear it when I go out to make sure that I'm safe. And, you know, the most terrifying part about all of it was the not knowing. And I've learned to break a lot of barriers emotionally, and I'm going to apply these. I make myself get up every morning at 4:30 with Brenda, and I'm up, and that's why I'm texting you at 8. But I get up, I'm in a good mood. I drink my coffee first. I can't do anything without coffee. So I just, you know, I can only say that God has brought me through so many things since the middle of this year. And I believe he's putting his foot up my proverbial butt and telling me, okay, you're done. Let's get this going. If you're going to do this, I'm going to help you, and I'm going to give you the guidance you need and connect you with the people you need to be connected with. And I don't look at this neck surgery, which left me with four replaced vertebrae, 7 discs, and hardware to go with it. And it was difficult. And when I woke up, I was scared. My feet were numb, but I knew I could feel them, so that was good. But when the swelling all went down in the neck, I'm fine. And I don't accredit this to anything but knowing that God could do this for me. And you know, I'm a mess sometimes, and I know that. And I learned to pray. Hell, what else can you do? If you're gonna pray, don't worry. If you're gonna worry, don't pray. So yeah, it's been tough. The last, say, 9 months have been really tough. I stepped away for a little while, but I'm back. So yeah, I'm looking forward to convention whenever we get to go to that again. And you know, I want to get back into the swing of things and do it right this time.
Absolutely. And I am very, very proud of you. And, you know, I definitely, I've heard you in the Valley of Despair quite a few times. You know, I've heard you in Informed Pessimism quite a few times.
Yeah.
And I've heard you in Uninformed Optimism plenty of times. You know, I've heard you in those 3 cycles. But I can honestly say that this is one of the very first times I've ever heard you in Informed Optimism.
Really?
Because here's the thing, okay? And, you know, like I was saying to Annie, sometimes it takes something extremely major to push us over that barrier, okay? Where that valley of despair of I quit turns into no, I'm gonna do this.
Yes.
I'm going to do this. I can do this. I will do this. And for you, you know, yes, you've had, you know, a lot of, you know, emotional things too. But, you know, when you sit there, and I remember, you know, your text message the morning of your surgery, you know, with your neck. I remember talking to Brenda, you know, talking to you, and, you know, there was so much fear, fear and so much concern. And, you know, not just that you would never walk, but, you know, like Brenda was concerned, would she even ever, would you even make it out of surgery? You know? And for those of you who are listening, you know, who don't know, you know, of course, Alicia had what was called bamboo spine. Okay, that's the layman's term for it. And what that is, it's when the if you think of a stalk of bamboo, that's actually what her spine was starting to do. It was fusing all together. So they actually had to go in and basically take vertebrae out, reconstruct her entire spine so that she had mobility in that again. And you know, to get through that, you know, you have to sit there and say, but God, you know, because, you know, like I told you, you know, I was just like, just breathe.
Yeah.
You got this. You're gonna come out of surgery, you know. And I told Brenda, I was like, you know what, Alicia's got a lot of people praying for her, so you know she's gonna make it through. I was like, and my God, she's so stubborn. She's gonna get through this. So,
Yeah.
but now you're in that space of, and that's what happens with informed optimism, with that, emotional area, is we sit there and we go, oh my God, I made it through that. I lived through that.
Yep.
I lived through that. I can get through whatever comes at me now.
Mm-hmm.
And, a lot of people need that point. They need, now I'm not saying they need to have neck surgery, or they need,
Yeah. I don't advise it unless you absolutely have to have it.
right, or they need to lose a loved one. That's not what I'm saying at all. Okay, what I'm saying is sometimes there has to be a catalytic moment, a catalyst that brings that light bulb above your head, that flips that sucker on, that sits there and says, you know what, my God, I made it through these things. Why can't I just do this? You know what? No, I can do this. Not why can't I? It's I will. And it's just it's a total pivotal mindset change, but it's absolutely huge. And literally 99% of people do not get that catalytic moment. And so, Alicia, thank you so much for sharing.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, guys, so we're gonna do one more question on this, and that question is, what steps can you take to control your emotions? I need one new speaker. Annie and Alicia, you guys did an amazing job. So one person, come on guys, what steps can you take to control your emotions? Going to the chat. Ah, Shawnette, there you go. Go ahead and unmute, sweetie.
Afternoon all.
Good afternoon.
I've learned to journal all my thoughts and confide in somebody. I never used to do that. I always keep all my emotions bottled up. So, by me journaling, everything that's happening or my thoughts at that time, it's releasing all the anxiety or the anger or the hurt, whatever I'm feeling, it's releasing the emotions at that time. So it's helping me in my situations right now.
That's great. That is absolutely great. You know what? I highly recommend journaling. And for issues that you can't work out through journaling, having just even one person that you can confide in, that won't sit there and jump in and just continuously talk. They'll let you talk. Just listen.
And I'm finding that very helpful at the moment.
Wonderful.
So, yeah.
No, that's absolutely great. It's amazingly therapeutic. I know I'd stopped journaling for a couple years, and it was like I lost my best friend. So that's great. I applaud you for that, because a lot of people won't take into account even journaling. So that's awesome. I love those steps. Yes, journaling. Having somebody to sound off to, that will listen. One more person, guys. Who else? Who else has a couple steps? Danny Green. Oh my gosh. Go ahead and unmute yourself, honey.
So I was trying to stay incognito.
That ain't gonna happen with me, because you actually put in the chat something that I absolutely do. So why don't you go ahead and share that?
Yeah, so to channel my energy, because sometimes, especially now that I'm actually on the charts, I actually have to zen myself before I get on the charts. And I channel my meditation. Meditation really works. It helps me clear my head to know that whatever happens, happens, and it will be. And it's okay that it happened. I just have to write down and learn from what happened. And it just helps me learn better, more.
Absolutely. It gives your mind that chance to kind of rewire and rework through everything and see it with a clearer vision. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Go ahead.
I said very much so.
Yeah, I absolutely love meditation. Founder and I have talked about meditation for, my gosh, years now. And it was funny, at the last convention, he even said it. He was like, you know, this girl meditates longer than even I do. I meditate for approximately 2 hours a day, unmoving. And no, I'm not sleeping. A lot of people are like, "Do you fall asleep?" No, actually, no. It's just sometimes you just need that. You need that quiet. You need that contained area. So, you know, guys, even if you just need 10 seconds or 10 minutes or 5 minutes, just find a quiet place. Okay, just God, go in your closet. Okay, um, put in headphones. You can actually go on YouTube and you can look up guided meditation where they actually guide you through certain steps so that you can meditate. Um, if you're at a point where you don't need it guided anymore, because when you first start meditating, guided is honestly one of the best things because it helps you learn how to focus and control your breathing and focus on your breathing and your heartbeat. And, you know, and even if there is noise around you, you don't want like huge noise around you, but like even if there is noise around you, accept that because that's part of your environment. Okay. And whether we realize it or not, we draw energy from the surrounding area. Okay. And so by being aware and knowing what your area, you know, sounds like, smells like, you know, without being able to see, okay, because you have your eyes closed, right? And you're breathing, it helps you focus. Whether you know you believe that or not, it really does. It actually helps you focus, and it also helps you appreciate, you know, when you are out there walking around, you know, different sounds of your kids, sound of your spouse, you know, and the tones of their voice, just different things. It's absolutely awesome. I highly recommend guided meditation and then going into meditation. Danny, thank you so much for bringing that up. Um, but you know what, guys, it's is at night before you go to sleep. It stays with your unconscious sleep. Yes. And you know what? Actually, if you you can YouTube this too. All right. Um, that's the best time to meditate for some people. And it depends on what you're using the meditation for. If you just need it for like daily focus, you want to try and do it, you know, like in the morning or midday. But if you want like basically yeah, with the subconscious mind. So like if you want to, and this is actually really huge too, Annie, so thank you for bringing this up. What we don't realize is we think that our lives are ruled by our conscious mind. It's actually our subconscious mind that does it, and that's where all of our emotions lie. Okay, it's our subconscious that sits there and goes, don't get into a relationship because you just got hurt in the past one. Okay, it's based off of previous events that have formed our thoughts and our actions. Okay, we know to look at the stairs. If you've ever fallen downstairs like I have, I know to look at the stairs when I take that first step. Okay, and so you know it is it's one of those things where it's actually our subconscious mind that rules us. So one great thing to do with meditation is do guided meditation. Go onto YouTube, do guided meditation, get headphones, noise canceling headphones, all right, so that you just hear that. Because usually they'll have like some type of binaural beats in the background while the speaker is talking and guiding you. The meditations last from an hour, 2 hours to 8 hours, depending on how long you want to go. And you can actually have, you know, guided meditation to help you become more focused, to help you become more motivated, to help you kind of cleanse your mind. You know, having like a chakra cleansing is always good. So, you know, definitely go into YouTube and look that up, guided meditation while you sleep or guided meditation. Okay, you can also do 10-minute guided meditation if you know you're on the go during the day and you just kind of need that refocus in your mind, and you know kind of help clear your energy around you. But definitely look that up. That's great steps to take to help control your emotions. Okay. And it's not so much control your emotions, but understand and conquer your emotions, because our emotions, they drive us, they fuel us, they motivate us. Okay. One of the biggest reasons why I push so hard for success is I do have a proverbial chip on my shoulder. I hear the voices of and it's one I choose to keep, but I hear the voices of the people who said I would not succeed without them. I would not succeed without them. And it's just like, no, I will succeed without you, and I am succeeding without you. So, also making sure that, you go through and you say positive affirmations throughout the day. Alicia, number 5 was success and fulfillment. Okay. But anyways, guys, that is it. We have been on here for over 30 minutes. I'm so excited and happy that you guys joined me. I really hope that this helped you guys in some way, shape, or form. And again, make sure that you guys plug in on a consistent basis. You guys see my laundry back here. I really got to fold my laundry. But, make sure you plug in on a consistent basis, and, definitely get out there, cleanse yourself. All right. Let's get out there, meditate, journal, talk to somebody, and get out of those first 3 steps, the uninformed optimist, the informed pessimist, and of course that valley of despair. And if you are in a valley of despair and you don't know how to get out of it, guys, reach out to a leader, reach out to one of the core leaders, reach out to your sponsor, whoever it might be, and they can help you kind of look at some stuff. They can't yank you out of that valley of despair as much as we want to. Okay. That's something that you're definitely going to have to do, for yourself, but we can definitely help talk you through. So anyways, guys, have an amazing day. Love y'all.